The church went completely silent when a 6-year-old girl pointed at the groom and asked, "Mom, is that my daddy?" For one impossible second, nobody moved. The music stopped in the middle of a note. The bride's smile disappeared. Guests turned one after another, trying to understand what they had just heard. Even the photographers slowly lowered their cameras. Standing at the altar, Ethan Carter felt every drop of color drain from his face, because the little girl wasn't mistaken. She looked exactly like him. Not just the same blue eyes, not just the same smile. The shape of her face, the way she tilted her head, even the tiny dimple that appeared when she spoke. It was like looking at a younger version of himself. Whispers spread across the church. Who is she? Does he know them? What's going on? The bride stared at Ethan, waiting for him to deny it. He couldn't. His mouth opened, but no words came out. Then everyone's attention shifted toward the woman standing beside the little girl. She wasn't wearing an elegant gown. She wasn't dressed to impress anyone. A simple navy blue dress, comfortable shoes, no expensive jewelry. She looked exhausted, as if life had demanded more from her than she had ever expected to give. Her name was Nia Monroe, and seeing Ethan again after 7 years was the hardest thing she had ever done. Beside the little girl stood 2 boys, both slightly taller than their sister. The 3 children stayed close together, holding hands as though they already sensed they didn't belong in the room. The youngest squeezed her mother's hand. "Mom, why isn't Daddy saying anything?" The innocent question echoed through the church. Several guests looked away, suddenly uncomfortable. Others watched Ethan, waiting to see what kind of man he truly was. Near the front row, Ethan's mother, Vanessa Carter, gripped the edge of her chair so tightly her knuckles turned white. She recognized Nia the instant she walked through those doors. She had spent years hoping this day would never come. 7 years earlier, she had made sure Nia disappeared from Ethan's life forever. At least, that was what she believed. She never imagined Nia would return, and she certainly never imagined she would return with 3 children. Triplets. Vanessa's heartbeat pounded inside her chest. No, this wasn't supposed to happen. Not today. Not ever. Back at the altar, Ethan slowly stepped forward. His eyes never left the children. He searched their faces, hoping he was somehow imagining all of this. But the more he looked, the more impossible it became to deny. One boy had his smile, the other had his eyes. The little girl? She looked like she had borrowed his entire face. His knees suddenly felt weak. The church had become so quiet that every breath seemed loud. Finally, Ethan managed to speak. "Nia." His voice barely rose above a whisper. She looked at him with calm, tired eyes. Not angry, not hateful, just tired. "I didn't come here to ruin your wedding," she said softly. "I never wanted this." The bride looked between them, completely lost. What is she talking about? No one answered. Nia looked down at the children before taking a slow breath. They started asking questions. I couldn't answer anymore. The little girl looked up at Ethan once again. "Mom said you were a good man. Is that true?" The question struck harder than any accusation ever could. Ethan felt something inside him break. He realized this wasn't about a scandal. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about revenge. It was about 3 children who wanted to know why their father had never come home. But before anyone could say another word, before the bride could walk away, before the guests could react, the truth had already begun changing every life inside that church. Because this story didn't begin with a wedding. It began 7 years earlier, inside a quiet university library where two strangers met on the worst day of their lives. Inside a quiet university library, Nia Monroe sat staring at the same biology textbook for nearly an hour. She wasn't reading. She was trying not to panic. Working 2 part-time jobs had left her hopelessly behind in class, and losing her scholarship meant losing her dream. A young man placed his backpack on the chair across from her. "You've been on the same page for a long time," he said with a gentle smile. She sighed. "I'm trying. I'm Ethan. Nia." Instead of judging her, Ethan opened his notebook. "Let's start together." That afternoon became 4 hours of studying. 4 hours became coffee. Coffee became long conversations, shared dreams, and eventually, love. One evening, while watching the sunset from a campus bench, Ethan asked, "If money didn't matter, what would your perfect life look like?" Nia smiled. "I'd build a school for adults who think they missed their chance. I want people to know it's never too late to begin again." Ethan looked at her with complete certainty. "Then one day, we'll build it together." She believed every word. But someone else had different plans. Ethan's mother, Vanessa Carter, believed family status mattered more than love. To her, Nia would never be good enough for the Carter name. Instead of forbidding the relationship, Vanessa planted fear. She convinced Ethan they should take fertility tests before getting engaged. When doctors explained that having children could be difficult, Vanessa twisted every conversation until Ethan began doubting their future together. Nia reached for his hand. "We'll face this together." But Ethan hesitated. For Nia, that silence hurt more than any argument. She walked away without knowing she was already carrying his children. Weeks later, another doctor smiled. "Congratulations, you're expecting triplets." Nia cried with joy, but she made one heartbreaking decision. She wouldn't tell Ethan. The man she loved had chosen fear instead of faith, and she refused to force herself into his life. Years passed. The triplets grew into kind, happy children, but one question never disappeared. "Mom, where's our dad?" When Nia learned Ethan was getting married, she knew the time had come. Not to destroy his wedding, but to give her children the truth. Back inside the church, Ethan fell to his knees before the 3 children. "I'm so sorry," he whispered. "I can't change the years I lost, but if you'll let me, I'll spend the rest of my life earning the right to be your father." The little girl looked at her brothers before wrapping her tiny arms around him. "Then don't leave again." Tears filled the church. Even the bride quietly stepped away, realizing some stories cannot be interrupted. Vanessa lowered her head in shame, finally understanding that pride had cost her son 7 precious years with his family. From that day forward, Ethan didn't try to erase the past. He simply showed up. School plays, birthday parties, homework, bedtime stories. One promise kept at a time. Slowly, the children stopped calling him Mom's friend. They started calling him Dad. Nia found something she never expected to recover: peace. Because forgiveness didn't change yesterday. It gave tomorrow a chance. Sometimes the greatest inheritance we leave behind isn't money, success, or a famous name. It's choosing love over pride, courage over fear, and family over ego. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories about love, kindness, forgiveness, and second chances. You never know which story might change someone's life, including your own.